In our last tutorial, we saw that we can create a React application and run our React application. But we do not know how this React application actually works. So let's see how this React application actually works. So for that I have to close my React application and I have to create another file for my demo. So I am creating new folder called demo. If I navigate to that folder, cd demo, and open with my code editor, code demo, and I will create a file called index.html. Now if I open my this application with my code editor, like I have a live extension installed in my VS Code. So when I run this application, it shows this page in my code editor. So this is the regular HTML file that we will use when we try to use the JavaScript. Now if I create actually there script file, script and source script.js, and create another file called script.js and enter here console log hi there, hi. If I save these two files and go to my browser and go to my console mode, and I can see that the hi is showing there. That means my JavaScript file is attached in my HTML file. So now our task is that we will attach React CDN in my JavaScript file, in my HTML file. As if we already work with any React applications, any React library like jQuery, then you will get the idea how can we do that. For that I am going to React CDN, and if I go to this file, I can see there are two links, so I can use this one or this one. Actually this one for development purpose, no problem. So go to this file and attach the two script file which we copied. Now if I go to my script and here I run React and press enter, I can see that React is available in my JavaScript file, because in my HTML file I attach the React in first script. Now if I clear this line and go to the script and run React DOM and I save my file, I can see that React DOM also installed, because that come from my second script. So my React and React DOM is attached in my HTML file. So let's create how we can use that. For that, React dot create element h1 second, it takes at least 3 arguments. First argument is the tag name. Actually I am trying to create another HTML tag in my React DOM, in my DOM. React DOM, actually it is the main DOM by the React application. So for that, first application was h1 So second word is null, and third one is my text. Hi there. There. If I say if I print my this tag, then we can see what's going on. Tag. If I save my file, I can see that there are some errors because for this it's telling that favicon is missing. So at first ignore this error, because when we create an image file and name them favicon, then this error will be removed. So my main focus is this one. When we create a React, when we create element by React command, we see this output. So our next job is attach this React element into the DOM. For that, I have to go to the React DOM, then create root, and here I have to target my DOM. So at first, where I target, so to target DOM, I have to enter that document.get element by ID, enter root. That means we are targeting and div which ID will be root. So for that, go to my HTML file and create a div file dot root. When we are targeting this div by JavaScript this line, so it will target the root directory or div default directory. So now I enter that constant root. So root dot render method and enter the hashtag. If I save these two files, I can see that there are another tag created by the React. If I change there only hi, when I save my file, I can see that my real div React element created by React is appear here, because in my HTML div element was the first element. So when we create a React application, we do not need any application in this HTML file. We just need this directory for where will be all the React application, all the tag mounted on, and this two script for React to work. So now go to my save. Now let's create a function or React component. For that, I have to go to their function constant my component, enter this line into there, and actually return. No need return, actually arrow function is that's enough, and I have to enter this line here, my component, call this function. I can see that same output goes here. Now if I need multiple element, multiple age element, actually not age, I can change their UL element. Now I need a list file, so for that I have to create a separate line for everyone. Okay, and there I create same line React component element. So React dot create element, now it will be li null and will be user1. Remove this line and create another 2 3. If I save my output, I can see that I have 3 list element in my DOM. Okay, I create the React application by function, it is called component. Okay, and this is the JavaScript, this is the pure JavaScript that runs the React application to build. Now if I change this line into this line, it acts as React JS element. But if I run this command, it will not work here because this is not the JavaScript. It may looks like XML, but this is not XML, this is the JSX element. Actually, when we run this command, we have another tool called Babel, which is configured with React application. When we create the React application with create React app, then there was a package called Babel. So Babel used to convert this type of function or this type of JavaScript content with pure JavaScript content. So this type of JavaScript content is called JSX, that means extended JavaScript. So, and Babel is the responsible to change this XML to pure JavaScript, and pure JavaScript work in the browser, as we can see. Okay, now let's learn about the JSX in our React project, because in React project we have Babel configured by the Webpack. Webpack is the tool that used to create and manage our React application. As I can see that when we need any package, we have to attach them manually in our HTML file, and then we have to use them. But if I use the React application, we can see that we no need to modify or change there. We have to use the React application, we have to use the Babel Webpack that is configured with the React application. We can see that application will work fine. Now let's close this project and close this editor and open my React application. cd my React app code. Now you can see there, if I open my file, index, you can see that there is a file as name we says that it was the app.js. But if I change this file as, actually this file was similar to them app, if I comment this line, our React application will be work fine. Actually, for that I have to start my React application. npm start. Close this line, close this one. You can see that React is working fine. When I call my function as a regular function, then it works fine. But if I make my function like this one, it will also work fine. That is because this is the JSX, and that is configured by the React project, and the JSS file is not there because this file is hidden. If I open my package.json file, I can see that this is the React library file. And then React script manages all the React command by self, so we do not need the Babel or Webpack modify by ourselves. It will manage by the React script. So we just need to open the start, build or test this kind of command, and our application will be act according to our script. So now we understand that how React application works. It may seems that HTML look like HTML, but it is not HTML. It is the JSX file, JSX extensions. So